This is a 64-degree lob wedge. There's absolutely no need for that. Do not buy one. And right now I'm editing this video, which was taken in the desert. And in this video I'm about to explain to you how you can add loft, take loft off and have a neutral loft or a neutral ball flight using a standard lofted wedge. That is way too much loft for any shot. In the video you're about to see, every shot I play is with a 58-degree wedge. Your standard sand wedge is 56. So if you buy a set of clubs that comes with a sand wedge with the set, that is 56 degrees. So my 58 degrees, just slightly more lofted than that, but nowhere near this ridiculous amount of loft. In the video we work from sort of 40 yards out, and then towards the end of the video we get much closer to the green. And just watch how easy this is. Enjoy! Just before you watch it though, on Amazon, link below, Christmas is coming. So I'm just short of the 13th green, 12th green, 13th green I think, at the Madinat Makadi Golf Resort in Egypt. We're in the middle of the desert. Do you know when you've left yourself that 40 yard and you're not sure, do I fly it, do I go low, do I go intermediate? Watch this. You have lots of options. Now this is elevated, so it's going uphill, there's lots of things, there's a very, very complex green up there, but this pin's on the front of the green. Now this grass, it's very wiry. It's designed to soak up moisture and hold the moisture, so it's thick stuff. I've got options here, and the way I think about this is it's just all in the hands. There's so much stuff about connection and body turn and wrist angles, and it's great. It's all really good stuff, and I totally appreciate that. But when you're playing these feel shots, you know, they talk about Spanish hands. In Egypt we're talking about Spanish hands. If I feel I want loft, I just loft it with my hands. So I roll my hands back a little bit. If I don't want any loft at all, I do nothing. So let's see here, I want nothing done, so I just my hands are effectively passive through the shot. They do nothing. And if my hands do nothing, then my body has to turn. So there to there, my hands did nothing, so the body has to turn. Now I didn't make the body turn, I didn't think about must turn body, finish with belt buckle towards target, must be finishing looking over left shoulder. I didn't think about that. I just thought if I'm doing nothing with my hands, something's going to have to work for me. If I am trying to keep it low, which I wouldn't on this shot, but if I am, I'm going to close the face. So when I close the face and de-loft the golf club, then that's going to lower the flight. So therefore I'm going to be more active with the hands are going to roll much more, I'm going to get much more of that action. So club face is now finishing with a full roll, fully rolled over, and that's going to keep the loft off. So I'm there and then fully rolling over, like so, fully rolling over. It's going to come out a lot lower, skipping up there. It's a great shot. I wouldn't have chosen that one here. And then I can add loft. So when I'm adding loft, I want to try and help this ball into the air a little bit. Let's not think about the body, let's just think about, okay, how are my hands going to do it? Spanish hands in Egypt. I want to feel as though let's lift the ball. So when I lift the ball, my hand rolls backwards away from target. Lift the ball. Low shot, natural shot, lift the ball. So feel it in the hands. So I'm not adding any loft on the golf club at address. I'm coming through and I'm rolling my hands away from target. That's how it feels. So there to help that ball up in the air. It's going to need a longer swing because the ball gets more lofted. That's loaded with spin. So it's slightly short because it's too much loft for the shot. But you can see how just like having that skill, if you like, to be able to play 3 different shots but just using your hands. And that's what they talked about, Spanish hands. I love that low one. From here, that full roll, so I'm there and then fully rolling that over to let that thing squirt. That's the closest yet. Go in. And the safest one for me is no roll. So no roll, which makes the body work. So the body will turn. On all these shots, the body will turn. But if you focus purely on the hands, I think that's a great starting point. That's not going to stop the body from moving. Your hands are the command post within the golf swing. So whatever you're doing with your hands, they're connected to the club, that's going to control the face. So think about that's more important than the body turn, especially on a feel shot like this. When we hit driver and 4-iron, it's obviously very, very different because we're trying to gain power. But we don't need power here, we just need finesse. So the hands are the finesse. Fast twitch muscles, feel them, feel them, feel them. No roll. So I do nothing with my hands, my body will turn. Like so. That stopped really quickly. We're going to go up closer to the green here and do the same shot. So those were all very good shots, very controlled shots, and I felt them all with my hands. Now when we get closer to the hole, and we're just on the edge of the green, what do we do? Well, we do the same thing. A little soft shot here, no roll, do nothing with the golf ball, no roll, go in the hole. I want to keep it lower, so I'm going for a full roll, so I'm going to land the ball a little bit earlier with a full roll here, so I'm there, and then full roll, so it lands earlier, releases out, go in the hole. And then I want to add some loft, so I want to carry the ball a little bit further. I feel as though my hands roll backwards away from the target, so a little bit more feely, and a harder shot to play, much harder shot to play. That's why the no roll's good, and the full roll's good, because you've got more control of the flight. So this time here, reverse roll, so it's stopping quicker, but definitely a harder shot to play. Now, I suggest you try them all. If you're on the golf course, go and play with that. Try them all out, and you'll get a feel for it, because the short game is feel. It's all hands, it's all feel, and you have to be able to do that. You have to just forget about the larger muscles, forget about the mechanics of the body working in short game from that 40 yard, that feel shot. Once we get further out and we're 50 to 70 yards, it's sometimes a sort of fuller 58, then of course from there you can obviously like start to be more mechanical or more in tune with what you would do with a full swing. But when you're at that 40 yard position there and in, just feel as though you've got control using hands only.